Hey guys, Will here. Now, Assetto Corsa is an absolutely awesome and amazingly versatile sim. You can do all kinds of things from drifting all the way through to modern day Formula One. So today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can set up a modern day Formula One realistic grid in Assetto Corsa. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you already have Content Manager, Custom Shaders Patch, and Sol installed. If you don't, you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out the link to the other video down in the description that explains exactly how to get those things installed and how to install mods in general. Now, once we've done that, we're going to need to get our hands on a modern day Formula One car. Now, you have a couple of different options here. There is the Formula Alpha from VRC, which was recently released. That's what we're going to be working with today. There's also the Formula Hybrid from the guys at Racing Studio. So either one of those is perfectly good for this. They will cost you a couple of bucks, but they are absolutely well and truly worth the money, and they definitely deserve your support. So download either one of those, doesn't matter which one you want to grab, and then you're going to jump over to Race Department. I'll put the links to all of these down in the description below for you guys. We're going to jump onto Race Department and go to Resources by Shadow118, who is an absolutely awesome livery creator who shares most of his content, I believe all of his content in fact, for free on Race Department, which is absolutely amazing. So definitely show him some love. And what you're going to do is you're going to find the ones that are relevant to the car that you downloaded. So if you have the Formula Hybrid, you're going to go through and find, here we go, RSS Formula Hybrid 2022. You're going to go through and you're going to download every single one of the team liveries for that particular car. So we can see all the Formula Hybrid ones here. If we continue to scroll through, we can see we start to get into the VRC Formula Alpha 2022 skins. So again, depending on which car you downloaded, you want to download the relevant skins for these. So then we're going to jump back into Content Manager. We're going to open up the folder where we downloaded our car and our skins to, and we're going to grab the car file first. I'm just going to grab any one of these random files here just to demonstrate, but make sure you do the car download first and just drag it anywhere within the Content Manager window. Drop it in and you'll see the little menu up the top here, highlight. We're going to extend that down and we're going to click on the install button. That is going to install our car. I'm going to cancel it for now because we already have that installed. Once that car is installed, we're going to go back to our download folder again, and you guessed it, we're going to install all of the individual car skins that we downloaded in exactly the same manner as before. Now, there are a couple of other mods that you can do as well, like Pirelli tires, for example. Just make sure if you are doing that, that you follow the exact instructions provided on the download. So once you've got everything installed, what we're going to do is firstly select the car that we want to race. So in this case, we're going to select the VRC car because that's the one that I downloaded. We're going to select our track. So maybe we might do Spa, for example. There we go. We're going to set up our race duration. So say 10 laps sounds good. We're going to set up our opponent's strength. Now, this is just purely going to be trial and error based on your own skill level. So this is like a, I guess, an overarching or a master adjustment here that's going to determine how fast the cars are. And then we're going to adjust the relative pace between the drivers a little bit later on. So you've got your top end up here. I've got it set to 75 at the moment for the video that I was working on. And then we've got a lower end too. So you can just drag that and that's going to set the variance throughout the field. So it is going to be trial and error. It's purely just going to be a matter of finding what is going to suit you and give you the best experience. We can adjust our opponent aggression level here as well. Again, purely up to you. We're going to set a custom grid type, 19 opponents, and we're going to set our starting position wherever we want to start the race. So if we want to do a last to first challenge, obviously we're going to set it last. We can do random or we can do anywhere in between. I'm going to set it back to 6 for now. Don't need to worry about penalties. Again, that's just purely up to you. So next thing we need to do now is fill the entire grid with exactly the same car type. So all you need to do is just click on add a new car to the list, choose the vehicle that you want, click on add, and just make sure that it's filled up all the way through so you've got the realistic number of cars on the grid. Then we're going to click on this little detailed settings button here. And this is where we can customize the grid entirely. So we're going to click on each car in the order that we want them to appear on the grid and set our driver skin. So literally just go through the drop down menu. All of these driver names are included in those skin packs. So that's how we've got the names there. And literally just choose the driver that you want in each grid position. Obviously the one in grid position number 6 at the moment is me. So I've set myself to be Sergio Perez. And you can set the nationality if you want to. The driver names, as I said before, are populated automatically. And this is where I'm probably going to piss some people off. So what I've done here is go through and basically profile the drivers based on the season this year so far. Again, you can customize this to be whatever you want, but I've set the driver strength. So that is the driver skill level based on what I think their relative pace is to each other. So you can see here, I've got Max Verstappen at 100, Lewis Hamilton at 100, Norris at 99. I think I put George Russell at 99 as well. I'm going to trigger people, I know, but that's my interpretation of the skill levels. We can also customize aggression levels as well per driver. And this is, I believe, a percentage level. So 100 being the most aggressive, 0 being the least aggressive. And again, you can customize this to be whatever you want. We then have a ballast option here. This is a weight penalty in kilograms, I believe. So the top teams you're going to want to have set to 0. And then as the teams get worse and worse as you go down the list, you can increase the penalty there. That's going to give you a relative offset between the pace of the vehicles independently of the driver strength. So that gives you the ability to have, say, 2 cars that are a little bit slower, but 1 driver that is faster than the other in the same team. Then we also have a restrictor here as well, which allows you to limit the power. So again, you can play around with these values. I actually found that just having the ballast there was enough for me. But if you're finding that certain cars are blitzing past you on the straight maybe, then you can fine tune and tweak this. And you will find you need to tweak it depending on the circuit that you're on as well. But this gives you a basic idea of how this all works. So once you've done all this, you can save a preset so you don't have to do all this again. And you can do all kinds of funky things like setting up reverse grids like you would have seen on the channel just recently as well. So for that, obviously, you just put the slower driver first and basically flip the order here around. So once you're all set up and you're ready to go, you hit close, you hit the big go button, and that is it, guys. You're ready to get into some awesome 2022 style F1 driving in Assetto Corsa. Now, just one thing to be aware of here, the AI isn't absolutely fantastic in either of these cars. So again, depending on the track that you're on, you may see some slightly erratic behavior, but it's definitely good for a laugh, great for content creation, and all in all, just a good bit of fun. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Leave a thumbs up if you have, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye.